All right, guys, welcome to my core routine. Today I'll be going over my core workouts during my bulk because the heavier I get, the heavier my lifts are going to get, etc. like my deadlift and squat. A belt's not always going to carry me through my workouts, so I need core strength to rely on and also just to get ready for summer. So one of my main things I like doing is bicycle crunches. It hits the front, the top, the bottom, the center, my obliques. It's all my abs, in my opinion. I feel it everywhere. So a quick little demonstration. We'll get on our mat. And I would also like to say you should stretch before this because I found out if your legs are sore and you do this, it is much more harder to do than like having fresh legs. I feel pretty good right now, so I'll give you all a little demonstration. So we're gonna lay back, get our hands back, and I mainly really try to shoot for my elbow to hit my inner leg, so I get like a full crunch each time. So literally just like this, I'll keep my legs up, head up, and then do this. Typically, I'll do 50 to 100 of these, and I count in ones. So I will touch each side once, and then count that as one. So it'll be like this: 1, 2, 3. That's one of my main like all-around core workouts. One of my next core workouts is something that mainly trains obliques. As y'all can see from some of my posts, I have pretty good looking obliques. And one of my main ones I found from sports that kind of brought into my lifting is through track and basketball. I found out something called penguin taps. So penguin taps are much more easier to do for anybody, in my opinion. This one is where you just lay down. You want to keep your body like kind of flat, keep your legs kind of close to you. You just lay fully back and you just want to tap your ankles. Go side to side, tap your ankles, try to keep your head up. Make sure you want to make sure like the top of your shoulders is off the ground, but also make sure like your legs aren't too far out. Just want to have them at a perfect spot where you can tap your ankles, but make sure you're getting like a full like stretch of your obliques. Another one, I'm gonna demonstrate one, but I'm gonna give you two. Another main one, this one kind of hits just the core of your abs, so not really obliques, is crunches or sit-ups. I would say crunches are much more easier to do. I feel like sit-ups gives you more of the stretch, but you can only really do sit-ups when you can like set your feet under something, or you can have something on your feet to hold you. They're pretty easy. I'll demonstrate both. I'll start off with a crunch. So a crunch, you really just want to have something to lay down on, and kind of have your arms behind your back, legs straight, and just crunch. That's that simple for a crunch. And for a squat, I don't really.
I've already bought the tickets.
What?
We're flying to Philadelphia.
Oh, hell no!
That's
Oh, hell no!
I have much to put my feet under, but we can find something real quick. What is a good thing to put my feet under? Fuck.
A few moments later.
What's a good thing to put my feet under?
A few minutes later. 2 hours later.
Just a fucking sit-up.
Just do a sit-up.
I can't do it.
1 eternity later.
I want to have like my feet like on something now. Actually, yeah, wait, PBA. All right. So, as you see, I'm gonna demonstrate a sit-up real quick. And like I said, you can really do both. I feel like they mainly the same things. Your sit-ups get much more stronger. I got something to hold my feet so I can get a full stretch. You come straight down, keep your body up, and then just come straight up. Make sure you keep your legs at kind of like a triangle type thing. Like you don't want to be too close up or too far back. Like just make sure you're at like kind of like a good center, and then just go straight down and straight back up. That low-key hurt. All right, now to get into more of a gym workout setting for your core. One of my favorite ones, one I've been hitting a lot. We're gonna come over here to a cable machine. This one, you're going to get way more of a stretch on your core, and this allows you to get weight that pulls down on your cores. Give you a great demonstration. Just get this out the way for you. Now there's a few things you can use for this. For example, you can use what's already up here, but we're not because I don't like using these. You can use one of these for the workout. It's also not bad, but it's not here. That's true. I was going to use that one, but like at the point it doesn't matter that much.
Same right there.
Actually, I was going on a little trip to go grab the T-bar because somebody moved it. So typically you can use this one, but there's another attachment that gets you much more of a stretch, you know? So, and from my the T-bar should be beautiful gym. We got our T-bar. Let's go back over so I can show y'all how to hit a great core workout that really pulls your core in. This one doesn't really hit your obliques as hard, but it definitely makes you get like that great tight pull in your center core. I think this one's really good for building more strength than look-wise. Like all the other ones, they build strength, but they also build good looks for your abs. So like I said, you can use either one. I'm gonna demonstrate with this one though. So what we'll do, we'll set this up. We want this to be, I like it as high as possible because it keeps as much tension on the cable at all times. I'm not about to rep a full stack on camera, but let's go like something I'm comfortable with. Let's just say like 57. This isn't bad. I would say find a weight where you're always having tension on and you're not like slingshotting down into, it's like a cable crunch in a way. So we'll come down, we'll pull it down. Well, make sure you keep your body like kind of straight. I like crossing my legs for this. And then what you do, I typically grab in the front so I don't stab. Like if you grab from here, you would typically stab yourself in the lat when you do it. So I grab from the front. And then you really just do a crunch on a cable. This gives you a good stretch. Make sure you keep your body straight. You don't want to shoot too far up because like I said, you want to keep tension on the cable at all times. And this gives a great stretch of your core. Now, another great core workout. I typically don't do this, but I have seen a lot of people do it. And it does work out really good. First, we're gonna need an ab roller, which we got one right here. Then I'm about to come over to a bench because we're gonna need to do elevated ab rollers. It's pretty hard stable-wise, but you could definitely do it. It's definitely possible for anybody. But this one, you kind of need first the ab roller, and then you need an elevated surface. So you kind of want your knees you don't want your knees to be like too deep in, like you kind of want them to be on the edge of something. And then when you take your ab roller, you want to set up your other, make sure you're like stable first on the bench. Then you want to get your ab roller and you want to stretch down and come straight back up. This gives you a really good stretch. It's quite the opposite of your crunch and your cable crunch. This one kind of like stretches your abs out more of the opposite way, which this one is more for look wise. I don't think this one targets that much strength, but it does give you a really good stretch in your ab workouts. So these are typically one of the main ones I use, and I actually want to take y'all over and show y'all a great oblique workout I just figured out. And this one requires cable flies. Now you might question, how am I about to train my obliques on a cable fly machine? Or not cable fly, my bad.
Pec deck.
On a pec deck. Actually, some people do call it cable flies. They are cable flies.
You didn't have to cut me off.
So, like I said, you're gonna question, how in the hell are we about to train our obliques on this? The way we're about to train our obliques, I'm going to show you. I found out this actually gives you a really good twist in your obliques. So, right now this is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you might want to like go like kind of where Eric is. But so what you want to do is find a comfortable weight where you're keeping strong tension at. So I'm going to come here. You want to sit mainly like, you want your legs like facing the handle, right? I put the one because when I do it, as soon as this touch, I kind of stretch the bat out. So I make this one come all the way in the back, and then this one comes in the front. Make sure you're facing your thing directly, like chest on, and then you just twist. And as soon as your thing touches, come back, twist. You can really feel this one strongly in your obliques. This one, you don't really hit your abs that much. And then you just really want to find a weight that really keeps like your obliques tight. And on the other side, step over here. Try to just step like right there. And for the other side, it's kind of literally just the same thing. You want to face it. The one that touches the chair, you want to kind of swing, get in the backside, grab the other one in front, same thing. Twist. Find a weight where your obliques, you can feel them. Keep nice, great tension. And that's how you hit your obliques on a pec deck. Feels great. I already feel it burning. Now we're about to get in to our actual ab workout. That was really just a demonstration of what we're going to do. And yeah, let's go from there. All right, so me and Jaden, we're about to switch the camera around.
Oh my God, bro.
We're just gonna take you through the workouts. So I will start first. Now I'm gonna go a bit heavier since I'm actually doing my workout. Let's run it. Going on a combo. Ironically, I put it on 67, but yeah, we're not gonna talk about it. That was just ironically. Like I said, just keep your body nice and straight and hold it in the front so you're not stabbing yourself in the back. Lean into your crutches. And you don't have to hit your knees. I suggest hitting your knees because that's like the fullest stretch. That's that, and now we'll swatch with my cameraman. There's that same thing. You just want to reach until you get to your knees. And typically we try to go for like 3 sets of 10. You want to get switch back. We get as you've probably seen, we try to get a good 3 sets of 10. You don't really need to overdo your abs because eventually when you start going through all the workouts, your core is going to get much, much tighter and it's just going to start hurting. You do want to push through the pain, but you also want to be careful at the same time. It's a great little 10 rep right there. Switch again.
just kind of how like he's doing, he's keeping his back nice and straight and he's stretching fully. That's kind of what you want to target. All right, we got one more each. I already feel my core getting tight. Last rep, let's go up a little bit. Just go up a plate, let's get 72. And I will say, make sure you test the weight when you're actually crunching, because me pulling this down might feel heavy, but when I crunch, it's not as heavy because the tension's already on the cord. So I said, when you do your crunch, like don't worry too much about the pull down. Like you see, this looks a little heavy, but as soon as I get to my crunch, it's not going to be that heavy anymore. Nice. Core is nice and tight right now. This is feeling horrendous. I'm gonna let Jane get his last set in, and then we're gonna switch workouts. I would suggest, if you really want to like tighten your core, this is a really good workout to do. I feel like I get a lot of strength every time I do this, and I actually love doing this and then going to pure on like deadlift or something like that, because that's like things where you really need your tight core to get them heavier weights up, you know. And you kind of see like how Jaden, how straight his back is. That's really what you want to target. Like you don't want to make sure you come too high, because you want to keep like a nice tight tension on the rope. All right, core's tight.
Tight core.
All right, next we're going to switch from this because we had our three sets. You can do 4. Most people do 4 sets of 10, 3 sets of 10. It's just whatever you feel comfortable with. Next, let's go into something I personally like, my favorite. Let's go into our bicycle crunches. Now this is going to look way much longer because I do way more of these because it's not weight. I already made it. When you do it with weight, it just sucks so much more because you're crunching 77 pounds instead of me just twisting my body, you know? All right, so let's get through these. Let's get through these pretty quick. Ooh, tight, core's tight. I'm dropping on my loot phone and AirPods all in my pocket. Another thing, don't do this in baggy clothes. I don't know why I'm in one of my most baggiest outfits. Don't do it in baggy clothes. It makes it's like hold 30 pounds on you. It's so much extra. Just gonna a little swapperoo.
I'm probably gonna do penguins.
Jaden's gonna demonstrate penguins for me. More sets of penguins. Like through the beginning of the video, kind of just like talked about what each one does. Make sure you're touching our ankles. Make sure you touch. Put your feet a little closer. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying, like I said, you want to keep them at like a distance where like you can like still touch them, be good. This is like penguins in a short run. I'll actually do penguins next so I can flip-flop so my core doesn't like get fucking decimated. I'm gonna swap again. Now I'm gonna do penguins, like I said, so I don't decimate my core from just one workout. Like I said, do not use baggy clothes. I literally chose
as you can see, the most baggiest pants I probably have in my wardrobe. Now I kind of love penguins because penguins are easy for me. Whew. Get a little stretch real quick. Core's already tight. Let's get the microphone out of my way a little bit. So the microphone's gonna be in my way when I bend a little bit. I think just easy. Do this for a good amount of sets. Core is insanely tight. We're gonna swap one more time. Let Jenny get in here. Let's go. Low key, we can just get hey, keep going. We can talk and do that. I can just get him. I say I should just do the like a full set of whatchamacallit, so then we can just go. Gonna do something short. This is way better on time than what I've really thought we were. All right, guys, and now I'm about to go do the best. Wait, let's get this. Just one arm. Oh, I'm wearing the pump. We can't talk about that. But like I said, we are about to go hit one of the best oblique workouts. And then after, me and Sana are looking. Holy shit, I want to go in the sauna that bad. Me and Jaden are going to go jump in the sauna. So we're going to speed this up a little bit and get through our last workout pretty quick. But before we go to the sauna, I'll make sure we'll go to the posing room. So you can see the abs after. The only downside is abs isn't like muscle, like biceps. Like I can get a bicep pump. I can't really get an ab pump, you know? So we'll show the abs, but they're kind of just gonna look like what they look on a normal basis, maybe a little bit like more defined, but nothing crazy. So I want to find a much more comfortable weight. 130 was good when I was giving you a little practice reps, but I could definitely get much more of a squeeze, because like I said, you want the squeeze in there. So let me go for like a 160. The only hard thing is, the heavier you go, the harder it's going to be to keep your balance on the chair. So I don't really got tips to hold your balance unless your friend like stands on your feet or something. Just trying to find a weight that's heavy and you like can still manage it. So like I said, same thing. The shoulder that's in the chair, I kind of want on the deepest outsides of it. And then this one, step in, make sure I'm facing the bar. Okay, I will say, I thought this was bullshit at first, but you really do feel the shit in your obliques. My obliques feel so tight. We're gonna get to the other side, and then let Jaden do 10 of each, and then we'll go into the posing room and see what we're working with. Whew. Low-key out of breath, don't judge. This is what happens when you join a dirty boat. Kind of got to fix my footing here. That actually sucked. We're gonna let Jaden do these as I give a breakdown of how I feel. I feel like shit, but let's go.
These really hit your obliques. When I first seen it, I was like, it's no way. But these do get really tight on your obliques. So hopefully, when I go take my shirt off, we'll see how I'm looking. Like I said, you really want to find a nice, comfortable weight, one where you can stay on balance. How'd it feel? Jaden says he likes the workout. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure I'll say that when I'm like more on camera, but Pull it. All right, now we're gonna go pose. Now time to go get naked.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Actually, I'm gonna break it down when I get more in the room, but all right, I should be able to do it now. The reason I want to make this video is to show that when you bulk, you can still do your main workouts that will get you for the summer ready. Me, I train abs a lot, so my abs are just always gonna look like this. But I'll give you a little rundown of what we look after our so-called ab pump. I don't even know if it actually exists, but let's see. I can actually put this on my chain, so that's pretty good.
Oh shit, not good.
You know? Actually, the obliques is an ab workout I feel like you get a pump on. You can really see your obliques kind of tighten. My core, mine's always kind of look like this. I can see it. I can make it can feel more tight, but I can't really see the tightness. I can see thickness, but I can't really see the tightness. But the thickness is from me being fat, you know. And same with the other obliques. Even if I lift up, you can kind of see how high they sit coming straight down. One of my favorite poses to hit that really shows all your center and your obliques is the David Lade pose. It's kind of where I get it from, the king of aesthetics, but want to stretch, you can just see how tight my obliques are. If I come left and right, a little swing, see how tight my core is. If I breathe in and retighten them, it just gets even better. But like I said, you can't really get an ab pump. You can put the camera back on me. You don't really get an ab pump, but you just get the strength. You're going to feel the strength after a good ab workout. If you go in there and you do 3 sets of 10, if you really want to get it, go get 4 sets of 10. You'll feel the ab workout. Now time for me and Jaden to go get sexy Dexy in the sauna. All right.